Welcome. Today, I am going to share a story that will undoubtedly leave you captivated. You may already know of the Taj Mahal, perhaps as a global symbol of eternal love, an architectural wonder, or a magnificent white marble monument gracing India's landscape. Yet, what I will unveil today is the true narrative, a saga that no history book can ever fully convey. The Taj Mahal transcends being merely a structure. It is a profound love story, a heartbreaking tragedy, and an unparalleled masterpiece, all interwoven into one. It is the testament to a love so boundless that it inspired the creation of one of the world's most breathtaking edifices. This is the epic tale of Shah Jahan, the mighty Mughal emperor, and Mumtaz Mahal, the woman he cherished above all else in his existence. After hearing this, you will be astonished to realize how one man's devotion for a woman could give birth to something that stands resilient after 4 centuries. This is not merely a historical account. It is a perfect narrative for your English listening practice. So settle in, relax, and allow me to transport you back in time on a journey of love, immense power, profound sorrow, and an indelible legacy. Let us begin. To truly grasp the essence of the Taj Mahal, we must journey back to the year 1607. Envision a magnificent Mughal palace, adorned with shimmering gold, rich silk curtains, and the finest Persian carpets. The air is redolent with the delicate perfume of rosewater, and outside, the sprawling gardens burst forth with vibrant, colorful blooms. This was the world of Prince Khurram, who would later ascend to become Shah Jahan, the illustrious emperor of India. At this juncture, he was a handsome young prince, renowned for his intelligence, bravery, and ambition. He was the son of Jahangir, the 4th Mughal emperor, and the grandson of the formidable Akbar the Great. Everyone anticipated that one day he would command the vast Mughal empire. Yet he remained unaware that his life was on the precipice of an irreversible change. One day, as he ambled through the bustling royal bazaar, Prince Khurram's gaze fell upon a young girl. She was no ordinary maiden. She was Arjumand Banu Begum, a Persian princess from an esteemed, noble lineage. Her beauty defied imagination, long, lustrous black hair, deep, soulful brown eyes, and a smile capable of melting even the coldest heart. In that singular moment, Khurram was irrevocably smitten. He could not tear his eyes away from her. The grace of her movements, the melodious sound of her voice, it was as if the entire world had faded into oblivion, leaving only her. He knew with absolute certainty that she was the one. However, love within royal families was seldom straightforward. Arjumand was the niece of Nur Jahan, the powerful wife of Emperor Jahangir. Marrying her was fraught with difficulty, as royal unions were frequently dictated by political alliances rather than genuine affection. But Khurram was resolute. He declared to his father, "I will marry no one but Arjumand." Jahangir, recognizing his son's unyielding will, eventually acquiesced. Yet another obstacle remained. In those times, Mughal princes did not marry immediately, even upon engagement. They were compelled to wait. And so, for 5 arduous years, Khurram and Arjumand patiently awaited their wedding day. Finally, in 1612, the grand wedding ceremony unfolded. It was an event born from dreams, elephants resplendent with jewels, golden palaces echoing with music, and the most exquisite delicacies from every corner of the empire. It was a jubilant celebration of love, a love that would, in time, inspire the greatest monument in human history. Following their marriage, Prince Khurram bestowed upon her a new name, Mumtaz Mahal, meaning the chosen one of the palace. And truly, she was his chosen one. Shah Jahan had a total of 7 wives, yet Mumtaz Mahal was the only one he genuinely loved. His other wives did not share his life in the intimate way Mumtaz did. Their presence in the palace was for status, not for love. Mumtaz Mahal was more than just a queen. She was Shah Jahan's heart, his very soul, his everything. Despite his numerous wives, it was Mumtaz whom he adored the most. She was his confidante, his trusted advisor, and the wellspring of his greatest happiness. Wherever Shah Jahan journeyed, Mumtaz was invariably by his side. Unlike other Mughal queens, who often remained sequestered within the palace walls, Mumtaz traveled with Shah Jahan everywhere, to different cities, through the tumult of battles, and even during times of profound difficulty. She was not a silent, passive queen. She was his unwavering partner in every endeavor. She assisted him in making critical decisions, offered counsel on political matters, and always stood steadfastly beside him. She was not only exquisitely beautiful, but also intelligent, kind, and profoundly wise. Shah Jahan reposed more trust in her than anyone else. If he encountered a problem, he first sought Mumtaz's counsel. If sorrow afflicted him, Mumtaz offered solace. She was his strength, his peace, and his enduring love. Every morning, when Shah Jahan awoke, the first sight he desired was Mumtaz. And every night before he slept, he wished to hear her voice. Their love was something exceptionally rare and special, even within the annals of kings and queens. For 19 years, their love deepened with each passing day. They were blessed with 14 children, and each child further fortified their unbreakable bond. Mumtaz was not merely a queen, she was a loving mother, a devoted wife, and a kind-hearted woman cherished by everyone in the palace. Even the servants, ministers, and soldiers held her in high esteem because she consistently treated everyone with kindness and fairness. But life, as it often is unpredictable. Even the grandest love stories can take a tragic turn. In 1631, after years of unparalleled happiness, Shah Jahan confronted a formidable challenge. A rebellion erupted in the Deccan region, in what is modern-day India. As emperor, Shah Jahan was compelled to lead his army into battle, and as always, Mumtaz insisted on accompanying him. Despite being heavily pregnant with their 14th child, she steadfastly refused to remain behind. She declared, "I will never leave you, no matter where you go." Shah Jahan was filled with apprehension. He implored her to stay in the palace, to rest, to care for herself. But Mumtaz gently held his hand and smiled, saying, "How can I find peace when you are in danger? My rightful place is by your side." Shah Jahan could never deny her, and so she journeyed with him to the battlefield. However, this journey proved too arduous for her. The long travels, the intense heat, the relentless stress. It was all too much for her delicate health. And then, in a small tent near the battlefield, the unthinkable occurred. Mumtaz went into labor. The childbirth was protracted and excruciatingly painful. The doctors and nurses exerted every effort, but something was terribly wrong. After hours of agony, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, but Mumtaz was gravely weakened. She could barely open her eyes. Her body was too utterly exhausted to survive. Shah Jahan rushed to her side. He clasped her hands tightly, his eyes brimming with fear and agonizing pain. Mumtaz, struggling for breath, gazed into his eyes one last time. She whispered, "Promise me you will never forget our love." Shah Jahan, tears streaming down his face, choked out, "I swear, my love, you are my heart, my life. I will love you forever." And then Mumtaz took her final breath. She was gone. The woman who was his world, his happiness, his very love, was gone. Shah Jahan was utterly shattered. He refused to believe it. He held her in his arms, weeping like a helpless child. The mighty emperor, the ruler of a vast empire, was now merely a man who had lost the love of his life. The entire palace fell into a mournful silence. Ministers, soldiers, servants, everyone wept. The devastating news spread like wildfire across the empire. People could not fathom it. Mumtaz Mahal was gone. The love of Shah Jahan's life, the woman he cherished more than anything in the world, had departed him forever. The once powerful emperor was now a broken man. He no longer cared for the empire, the palace, or even his own existence. After Mumtaz's death, Shah Jahan secluded himself in his room for 8 agonizing days. During those 8 days, he neither ate, nor drank, nor spoke to anyone. His ministers, his sons, his daughters, everyone attempted to comfort him, but he refused to see anyone. He simply sat there in the oppressive darkness, clutching Mumtaz's last piece of clothing, whispering her name. On the 9th day, his ministers implored him to emerge. The empire needed him, his people needed him. But Shah Jahan no longer cared for ruling. When he finally stepped out, people gasped in shock. The strong, handsome emperor they had known was utterly transformed. His once black hair had turned completely white. His eyes were swollen and bloodshot from incessant weeping. His face appeared pale and lifeless. The man who once commanded with power now resembled a living ghost. And then he made a decision that sent shockwaves across the empire. He declared, "I will construct a monument that will ensure the entire world remembers Mumtaz Mahal. She will live eternally through this monument." This was the genesis of the Taj Mahal. Before Mumtaz passed away, she had made one final request to Shah Jahan. She whispered, "Get a bury me in a place so exquisitely beautiful that people will journey from every corner of the world just to behold it." Shah Jahan swore that he would fulfill her dying wish. Initially, her body was interred in a garden in Burhanpur, where she had died. But this was not the ultimate resting place she merited. Shah Jahan commenced an exhaustive search for the perfect location. He desired a place that was serene, majestic, and truly worthy of their profound love. And then he discovered at Agra, near the Yamuna River, a site where the river's tranquil reflection would forever grace her tomb. And so he relocated Mumtaz's body from Burhanpur to Agra, where the greatest monument of love would be erected in her honor. Now, Shah Jahan possessed only one purpose in life: to build the most magnificent monument in the world for Mumtaz Mahal. But this would not be just any tomb. It had to be crafted from the purest white marble, sourced from Rajasthan, adorned with precious gemstones from every corner of the globe. It had to be so flawlessly perfect that no other edifice in history could ever compare. Shah Jahan summoned the most skilled architects, engineers, and artists from across India, Persia, Turkey, and Central Asia. Shah Jahan had pledged to construct the greatest monument of love, and he did, sparing no expense. The Taj Mahal was built using materials gathered from all over the world: pristine white marble from Makrina, Rajasthan, India, jade and crystal from China, turquoise from Tibet, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, sapphire from Sri Lanka, carnelian from Arabia, and diamonds from Golconda, India. Gold, silver, and pearls were brought from across Asia and Europe. It is estimated that the total cost of constructing the Taj Mahal amounted to 32 million rupees at that time, which, in today's currency, would exceed $1 billion. It stood as the most expensive structure erected during that era. Over 20,000 dedicated workers toiled day and night for 22 years to bring it to completion. But the most intriguing question remains: why is it called the Taj Mahal? The name Taj Mahal has been a subject of mystery for many. Some historians contend it derives from Mumtaz Mahal, the name of Shah Jahan's beloved wife. Tajaj signifies crown in Persian, and Mahal means palace in Arabic. Thus, Taj Mahal translates to the Crown Palace, a fitting designation for the monument of the queen who reigned over Shah Jahan's heart. Yet, others believe it originates from an ancient Hindu temple that occupied the site prior. Regardless of its etymology, one truth is undeniable: the Taj Mahal stands as the ultimate embodiment of love. However, while this magnificent structure was being meticulously crafted, something profoundly disturbing was unfolding within the royal family. One of the most shocking and controversial assertions in history alleges that Shah Jahan harbored an unnatural obsession with his own daughter, Jahanara Begum. Jahanara was Shah Jahan's favored daughter, born to Mumtaz Mahal. After Mumtaz's demise, Jahanara assumed the pivotal role of First Lady of the Mughal Empire. She was intelligent, beautiful, and wielded considerable political power. But a dark rumor persisted. Some historians believe that Shah Jahan never permitted her to marry because he desired her for himself. Jahanara never married. She was treated like a queen, unlike his other daughters. Some historians claim Shah Jahan maintained an inappropriate relationship with her, but there is no concrete proof of this, only theories and speculation. What is certain is that Shah Jahan adored Jahanara, and she remained the only person he truly trusted in his twilight years. But soon he would lose everything. Shah Jahan had 4 sons, but the struggle for the throne was brutal. His sons engaged in a deadly war against each other for ultimate power. The most formidable among them was Aurangzeb, a ruthless warrior and a man of austere Islamic beliefs. Unlike his father, who reveled in art, music, and beauty, Aurangzeb was a cold-hearted ruler who believed in military might and strict religious control. He despised the extravagance of the Taj Mahal, believing his father was squandering vast sums on frivolous endeavors instead of concentrating on warfare and power. And so, in 1658, Aurangzeb committed an unthinkable act. He imprisoned his own father. Aurangzeb confined Shah Jahan within the formidable Agra fort, a massive palace located near the Taj Mahal. For 8 long years, Shah Jahan remained a prisoner, but the cruelest aspect of his captivity was that from his window, he could gaze upon the Taj Mahal every single day. He would sit by the window, staring fixedly at the monument of his lost love. He spent his final years steeped in profound sadness, constantly contemplating Mumtaz Mahal and the boundless love they had shared. His sole comfort was his daughter, Jahan Begum, who remained steadfastly by his side until his very last breath. In 1666, after 8 years as a prisoner, Shah Jahan passed away at the age of 74. His final wish was to be interred next to Mumtaz Mahal. Aurangzeb granted this solitary wish. Shah Jahan was secretly buried beside Mumtaz Mahal in the same tomb, within the hallowed confines of the Taj Mahal. And thus, the immortal love story of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal finally reached its poignant conclusion. It is revered as one of the 7 wonders of the world and is designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Taj Mahal stands as an eternal reminder of the profound love Shah Jahan bore for Mumtaz Mahal. But it is also a narrative of love and agonizing loss, of betrayal and tragedy, of immense power and ultimate downfall. The story of the Taj Mahal is not merely about a magnificent edifice. It is about a love so potent that it conjured one of the greatest wonders the world has ever known. People from every corner of the globe visit this breathtaking monument. Millions of tourists, world leaders, and historians come to marvel at its unparalleled beauty. Engineers and architects worldwide still extol the perfection of its design. They ponder how, in an era devoid of modern machinery, such a flawless masterpiece could have been conceived and constructed. Even Bill Clinton, the former president of the United States, once famously remarked, "There are 2 kinds of people in the world, those who have seen the Taj Mahal and those who haven't." This underscores that the Taj Mahal is not just a building, it is an experience, a profound feeling, a story etched in stone. It is a monument of love, yet also a poignant reminder of the pain of losing someone dear. It is eternal. It is unforgettable. It is the Taj Mahal. And that is why the Taj Mahal will live forever